And just slate it out here. So okay. This is, which is the date, the 14th of July. And here we go. Welcome to our table.
Yeah, because you're sitting at the table with Teri and Dave.
See, it's just like sitting at the table with Teri and Dave.
And we put a camera here because we'd be sitting here anyway. So we are, I think we're on our fourth show. This is our fourth show today. We are just about to publish our first 3 episodes. So this is very exciting for me.
I think we have another show before this.
Well, we might, but we're going to publish the first 3 tonight.
We're really behind. We're just behind. It's hard. It's hard, Teri Edmonds.
And that's exactly what we talk about here, is about podcasting, webcasting, our experiences of creating our own, and at whatever level it is. You're sitting with us in Wailuku in Maui, and we have this little cafe behind me out on the street there, and so you might
get some coffee while you're here at the table.
I was going to say, here's some cars.
Oh, right, there's a street right there.
Yeah, but we like it. It's fun, and so you're basically sitting here with us in Maui and bullshitting. So
that was not a real car.
How you doing,
Just
Dave?
telling you. Well, I'm a little better than when I came in.
Yeah.
But pretty exhausted. Mm-hmm. Not at work.
Yep.
No creativity, really.
What were you working on?
Keone's point of sale system. Mm-hmm. Managing 300 memberships being sold in a short period of time, tracking their expiration dates and emails and logging them, getting everybody in the system, whole iPad based.
Oh man,
system.
And that was you got the equipment. You had like a week to actually set up.
I've had 2 weeks.
The software.
It normally takes 5 weeks to set everything into motion. I did it in 2 weeks and I'm still doing it.
Amazing. It has key card swipes. And it's very high tech. And one of David and his husband are very high tech. So whatever kind of burns out in a year for them, they pass down to me. So it's really fun to have David.
We're going to give you the last cash register drawer we had.
Just leave some money in it.
Before we throw it out, we have rolls and rolls of ribbon that we can't use.
That's funny.
No, so that's really been exhausting full time, and training all the teachers on the system has been a challenge. I mean, one of the things you don't think about ultimately when you're preparing for this is training all the people who will use it. And there's a lot of users in, Keone Studios. There's whatever 20 plus teachers, and I have to meet with all of them as they pop into the studios for their classes. I'm dashing over and meeting with them and training them over and over, like at least 3 sessions, one-on-one sessions, getting them learning the system. It's been a challenge.
Right, and then your customers can kind of use it like a kiosk at some point.
Plus the iPad, the iPad is really, I've been wanting it to be the self-serve kiosk where a drop-in or anybody other than, who's been there can find their name and renew their membership. They could do it on their phone, but they could read right there and they can check in, and the instructor doesn't have to manage their account anymore.
Right.
So the more savvy customers can actually go up to the iPad and just make their own purchase and swipe their own card, and if it's cash, hand it to the teacher and cash out. But ultimately all the sales happen.
And something you said you've noticed is that people don't know that you're supposed to swipe the card.
Well, the idea that people don't know how to use the barcode. It's a key tag. It's on, and it just has a barcode on it. It's very commonplace. Discount
and we're going to be
card.
seeing more and more of it.
Well, you see it everywhere. It's a discount card everywhere, and a lot of clubs use it and stuff. But it's just a barcode on the back. It's Satan, not 666. Everybody gets a barcode.
It's true. You said Satan. I'm like, did he say Satan?
I did. There's a whole, the whole story is that everybody ends up getting a code tattooed on their forehead, but instead we carry it on our keychain. I mean, if you look at the conspiracy And you find anyway. So they get the barcode, and what I find interesting is they don't know how to get it into the scanner.
And so he made a sign that says "swipe here."
And they still don't get it. They like shove it. They like put it, and I'm just like swipe it, or they're doing it like they're gonna stab a child if they're not careful. They're like incredibly, and the light starts to creep over the surface of the tag, and you're like, put it in there, just put it in there, and they're like, there's a red light, and you can start to see the red light will kick in, and they're like, but they're going like,
guys, that would be me. I'm terrible.
It's just so I finally take it from them, and I go and scans, and they're like, and I'm like, you see a barcode in service like every 13 seconds in your daily life.
But usually somebody's operating it on your behalf.
No, but seriously, we must all have a comprehension. But it's true, and even first George Bush was baffled by barcode scanning when he was president, and it had already been in use for well over a decade. But there's this footage of him going, and it scans every item, and it knows how much it is, and he was fascinated by it. He's president, and everybody's like, oh yeah, this guy's really in touch with the common man. But I find it now 30, 40 years later that even people who barcode all the time, it's been, being patient, it's been a funny observation of humanity.
Yeah.
And
Jeremy will go to the automatic checkout with the bar, and it drives me nuts. I can't stand it. I want to take mine to a counter with the service clerk. But it's because it's the learning curve. I haven't done it, and he knows when to call the cashier over.
It actually can expedite things. It's a funny thing to be doing two things. One, the work you're used to having somebody else do, and two, you're unemploying somebody else.
Yeah, good point.
But they do need to have that clerk standing there at the self-service center anyway.
Well, good. I'll protect the environment with my.
But I don't have a problem. It depends on what it is. I've seen somebody trying to cash produce out, and it works because everything gets a barcode. So that is what I've been implementing barcode to humanity. I've been barcoding
helping
humanity.
The conspiracy theory.
I've been helping Satan mark his children.
That's just.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All that hard work.
You're welcome, Satan.
And more than 1.5.
There must be like a Satan sound. Let's see.
Don't stop saying that word.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it's because I can't.
Are you Christian who's afraid
No,
of
but
Satan?
I was raised with a total Christian family.
Why are you worried about it?
I don't know, but for some reason it
and how do you
does
know
that
I wasn't
to me.
referring to the vegan dish that is the meat substitute?
I don't care. I mean, I do care. I would love to taste a dish called Satan, and then it might change what my reference is when I hear it.
But still, yeah.
Okay, so how is it spelled?
So you'd rather be affected by a word than to just get over it?
Oh, no, I'd rather get over it. I don't care that much.
So let me know when you're over it. Satan, Satan, Satan.
Fine, done.
I'm not at all.
I knew it.
Anyway.
Your irritating me always overwhelms everything.
Every time I say it, it gives power to the Jesus people. That's why you don't want to say it, because every time you...
I don't talk about religion or politics, really. Because I don't want to take a stand either way. There's so many people that are divided out there in the world that it's a subject that I care nothing about, honestly, even the politics, because my job is to serve a different purpose. There are people serving purpose in politics and taking care of business. I support, programs and things like that, and people in the community, and that's so. Anyway, those two things I don't usually.
To me, it's not about the subject. It's about the willingness to discuss anything, because we are liberated human beings, and fuck them if they can't have a conversation about something topical and real and current and intimate and you want intimacy? Talk about politics and religion. You want that? That's real.
I want positive intimacy, not arguing intimacy.
Well, but that's
which is pretty much
like
what
asking for
on.
Pepper without the little pepper flavors. Can you?
Hey Terry, how was your week?
Reality
How's that?
You brought up Satan.
You said it first.
So Terry, tell us.
How was your week?
Oh wait, this is a segment. Is there a segment here? Wait, that's Terry. How was your week? I don't know, the volume's up very high. There we go, a little better.
Anyway, my week was pretty good.
That's excellent. So, I want to talk about politics.
Oh my goodness. I too have been working on a POS system, oddly enough. I've got my QuickBooks up and running, so now when I have a shoe repair customer, I can put, I tell them I want to go paperless, and would they like me to contact them by email? So that helps, or by phone. And then if they're like, sure, and then they'll write down their email. So
on a piece of paper.
Yeah, I know, just because I'm not, it's a little slow still. So I just pile them up, do them at the end of the day.
It's a conundrum.
Well, it is, you know, so I'm working that out. But anyway, the fact is I can take that sales receipt and email it to the client in a quick and a flash.
Flash of the quick.
You know, so, and it's sassy and it looks pretty. But I tried to close out today and I couldn't figure out how to do that. So
Quickbooks?
I'll call Quickbooks. They'll
on
help me out.
QuickBooks Online?
Mm-hmm. So I'll figure that out.
So what are you doing, invoicing?
Sales receipts.
So you're, but so it's not one of the actual POSs, but you're creating a sales receipt in a system.
That is correct. An accounting package.
And so that works then. Yeah.
Well, it's just for shoe repair, so my bookkeeping is actually on a different package. It's on a desktop version. For now, I might want to go online with it. I'd even pay separate just to keep the two things separate. So
this really isn't a tangent. If anybody's listening, maybe they've already figured out that we also occasionally talk about bookkeeping.
It's because this is what we do, and all of those things are important.
After all these years, I have taken a bookkeeping of my life, and it's not pretty. It's challenging. And
Well,
Teri is adept, so she's been helping a lot. And no, I can't tell you how helpful you've been. Like, I don't know how I would be anywhere close to what I'm doing right now.
Thanks for saying that. It's like the first time you've ever complimented me, and we actually
That is
recorded
not
it on
true.
camera.
That is not true. I think I complimented you many years ago.
Yes, so there's so many perks to having a podcast or webcast, whatever. Okay, so part of my week also was my YouTube channel. And anybody who's working on their YouTube channel, and in the beginnings of it, like me, a fledgling, I finally am recording money. I've worked out the quirks, and it's actually paying off now. It grows at a greater dividend rate than I've gotten ever when I had stocks. And it's exciting.
We're rich.
Woohoo! No, but Oprah said something on her webcast. One of their comments was, at every turn, there's money flowing in some, like a new check or money flowing into my life. I thought, that's interesting.
You know,
that's the point of my YouTube channel, because you asked me in a previous video, and you said, how do I see it? And I see checks being deposited into my checking account even while I sleep. And I'm seeing that. It's growing, and that's what's going to happen.
Don't you think that's creepy that there's something going on in your life while you sleep?
Yeah.
Here's to Satan.
And see, I'm getting used to it now. Fine, I don't care. So I get it. It takes 10 times.
I've disarmed Satan. Fuck you, Christians.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's awesome. That you're actually seeing some little bit of revenue there. I'm still working on it. It turns out that, and we've talked about this previously, so it's relevant in our pod webcasting. Is that Andy? I'll blame it on him. He never hooked up his YouTube channel to AdSense, which is a critical step.
It is. You have to do that.
And I thought that it had been done. And he's the one who got the monetization going, and so I never fully.
He's probably going to watch this and see that you're blaming him.
I am blaming him
for it.
And he's sick right now, and I'm blaming it on not making money off of a video that has seen 709,000 views.
It wasn't attached to an AdSense account?
No, not his account at all. So all this time, that has probably been the key explanation, because I did the 3D thing, and of course we monetized it off the bat, but they let you monetize the thing without going wah, wah, wah,
right. So a key thing that he just mentioned was there are two main buttons you need to really check into, and that is the connecting to an AdSense account.
You must.
And the other one is there's this little tiny loop somewhere that says it cannot at all be tagged 3D. But my default went to no preference, and so I didn't know, and I thought, well, I'm just going to look at that drop-down list, and there it said deny 3D.
That I didn't find. I found another thing that had 3D, and I think I said there's nothing 3D in this video was sort of the option. It does default to assuming.
Disable 3D. I had to actually say disable 3D.
I would like to find that with you sometime because
so that was important. And right after that happened, I started making money that next day. Money started coming in.
Well, you took kind of a couple actions.
Well, and then I sent them an email and feedback, right on the YouTube channel feedback, and just said I was having trouble collecting. And I went to a forum that said, "Good luck."
About it.
Yeah, and it didn't take long. It was one morning. So now it's making money. It's very exciting. I'm very motivated to keep making videos, and then thinking about content of videos. I just did a video, a Louis Vuitton video. It was a long one, so it came with the animation that Dave made for me. It prefaced, all my long ones are going to have the animation on them. And it was about Louis Vuittons, and I liked it. I added some fun stuff. It didn't take too long to edit it. And so that was fun.
Okay, so for the end here, which is, we've already hit that mark that causes arguments.
15 minutes?
But we want to go longer. So tell me something that isn't business and boring.
Oh, isn't business and boring?
I mean, obviously those things have become more interesting to me, but
so I go to the beach a lot, and I'm gonna start making beach videos.
I don't even know what that means.
It's part of the animation. At the end of the animation,
right.
I have the beach scene.
So you're gonna shoot videos of what?
No, I'm not gonna shoot videos. I'm gonna make beach Maui videos.
I don't know if you're not gonna shoot them. How do you make them? You're gonna bring an oven and some more.
Oh, really funny, Dave.
But so you're gonna shoot some video doing what?
Being at the beaches, different beaches. I can talk
like
about
just
them.
Slow motion Baywatch.
No.
Running across the beach.
I'm going to mention the name
Picking
of
up
the beach.
dog poop along Baldwin.
No. But I
I
already caught some crab footage and some nighttime fire
should
footage.
be careful about saying caught some crab.
I know.
I mean, that could be like looped on Vine. I don't believe I know this.
Oh no! Okay, so we'll delete
If
that.
anybody's paying attention, loop that on Vine.
Okay, so I say the big news of the day is we are about, by the time you see this video, we will have just released our first 3 videos. We're publishing
that's
them
still
tonight.
sort of business. I'm looking for something that's like really outside
What's
the
your
loop.
outside the loop then? Come up with something.
Or for air. Well, don't put me on the spot. I asked you
You put
first.
me on the spot?
I asked you first.
Exactly, you put me on the spot first.
I am the guest host. I'm allowed to ask the hostess.
Yeah, I like how your roles change. One day you're the director, the producer, the lighting guy.
I am the jack of all trades, and you are
Slave.
the talent. No, I've never hit you once. You are free to go, and you don't.
That's so funny.
Orange is the New Black came out, and I can't wait to watch them all. Have you ever watched it? That'll be
Haven't.
our
I'm
final
afraid of
minute.
watching violence.
It's not. Well,
It's negative.
it's not all violence, and no, it's not all negative.
If I watch it too much,
See,
am I going to turn out
that's
in
like
prison?
negative. Like all that was right there was all negative.
Well, negative to me
You
is
put up
going
with
to
me all the
prison.
time. What do you? But you. That's not. I think that yes, that may be true. However, that doesn't mean that the heroics of the women in the institution are not something worthy and inspirational.
Sure, so it's like reading a long novel, and it might be depressing at some points, but it's really about the characters and the development
I
of the
don't
story.
ever find it to be depressing.
Well, I would. There's a book that I have that I could read right now, and I'm not excited to read it. It seems depressing to me. It's going to be, where you have to put in 6 hours every time you read it, and you have to have a map and a dictionary. It's just, I like lighthearted, easy science fiction.
This isn't like, this is actually, it's like, there's humor to it. It's not something dark and miserable.
Does it cause
But-
anxiety when you watch it?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Well,
No.
I've been watching
No.
the series Hell on Wheels, and the story is very interesting. It's very telling of the times. It's kind of historic, which eases the negativity for me. But then I watch too much of it, and it's like, you know what? It's kind of depressing. It's kind of violent. It's kind of negative, and you want to watch one after another. So, you know, I really have to be careful what you put in your brain.
I just wonder, if you like physical intimacy, have you ever been bitten and liked it? I rest my case. Thank you for joining our show.